So Fabrice writes in and says, it's always a pleasure to listen to you and Guillaume talking about technology in the industry. He says the internet in the hotel industry has been a revolution. There's no doubt about that. However, how much has the internet actually improved the bottom line in the industry? Have we seen an increase in occupancy, average room rates, RevPAR? And do you have any thoughts on that? Are we actually seeing additional profits from hotels using new technology?
Wow, this is such a wide questions, but also taking the detail of the question that we're talking about. Uh, did this improve the occupancy or the ADR or the profit? Um, if I take a step back, I don't think internet have changed the way people have traveled or choose to pick one hotel against the other. It's easier, obviously, to find the right hotels, but internet hasn't brought more demand to travel. I don't think. Maybe it brought some more curiosity about exploring new areas because it's much easier to share adventures, experience with others. But I don't believe internet has contributed to improve occupancy, for instance. I don't think it is. Did it improve efficiency? Probably, because you can distribute with different channels much easier than it used to be. Remember in the days where you have to contract with two operators manually, like you have to fax your allotment price, and this guy will fax you back that they need more rooms. This shouldn't be happening today, right? Everything should be all online, all maybe directly connected to your central reservation system if you have one. So that efficiency definitely improve. I hope. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I would say that the internet is simply a platform for communication. So it for savvy hotels, have more opportunities to connect with your guests, listen to them, and act on some of these conversations. I think with any technology, the case is if you're not continually innovating, you're going to be left behind because the next hotel will take advantage of some of these new technologies and gain market share. They'll take a guest away from you that was going to stay with you. So it's more of a question of just to keep in the game, you need to stay up to date with new technologies. So I think there's the competitive reason to take part in this. And then also, like you say, there's an efficiency thing where it can save time, and I don't know if there's a net positive effect if every hotel is doing this. But again, if you're not doing it, you're going to be left behind hotels that are doing it.
Another thing I would add is, and sometimes people laugh at me because maybe I'm too passionate or I just give credit to the small guys. But I think it's easier today to compete with the big guys, meaning the big brands, Holiday Inn, Marriott and Nielsen. Because if you look at all the UGC website, user-generated content, or if you look at the OTAs as well, you can almost forget about being an international brand these days. And I know some hotels, with less than 10 rooms, who are doing fantastic well because of different channels that they choose to be on, and they are highly profitable because the customer service is going with this, selection of distribution channels. They get also loyalty with, certain customers. They're able to also have more value in selling all the stuff than just the hotel room. The proximity of the customer is greater. The follow-up is much easier. You can build CRM if you're in independent hotels now. If you go back before internet, it's just going to be paperwork. Have to get updated with the data. So I think now the balance is much better between the big brands and the small guys.
Definitely. You have an opportunity if you're passionate about your property, you love your city. There's nothing stopping you from taking out a cheap flip video camera, shooting things you find interesting, blogging about it, talking to people through Facebook, Twitter. You can even set up a paid search advertising campaign on Google and have an ad campaign going around the world for $50. There's so much more you can do as a small hotel operator now than before the web existed.